Hi, welcome in this exciting session. So in this session, we will particularly talk about the lights and shadow. But before going to this session, I would like to take through the demo about the lights and shadow. So over that, I will give you some information about how lights and shadow play a role in day-to-day life, how lights changing and how the shadow accordingly change. So we will go quickly through that demo, and once that demo is complete, we will come back again in this theory session, and I will let you know how you can bring that small information into your daily artwork. So let's start the demo first. So today's session is very important because today in this session we are going to learn about the lights and shadows. Lights and shadows play a very important role in any art, because if you able to see that any object or any landscape, anything, if you are able to see only because of light. If light is not there, then you will see like this, completely black, because light is absent. And when you are able to see anything, that means there is always light is there. So when you will able to bring that light content into your artwork, at that time only you can bring the reality to that art. So for that I will quickly take you how lights makes difference in any artwork. So for making you understand importance of light, I will take you to this chota beam example. So now you can see, suppose we are observing this chota beam, then you can see the shadow of this chota beam is appearing here, right? That means light is coming somewhere from here, light direction is coming from here. So like that you have to observe from where light is coming. Now in this picture only single light source is there, and that is coming from here, that is a sunlight. So that's why you can see only single light over here. So this kind of observation you have to always do. Now how you can understand how light is prominent and how much light to show. So for that you can understand, or you can read how much shadow is dark. If shadow, now you can see the shadow, you can see the shadow little bit. But if suppose I block some light, and then you can observe there is very less shadow is there, very less shadow. If you observe in this area, only small shadow is coming in, because light is not coming from this direction, because I have blocked light from this direction. But at the same time light is coming from this direction and from this direction. That's why you can find shadow of his head over here. So light is always play important role, and how much shadow you get dark shadow, that much light is prominent. So now you can see I have blocked the light with the help of this book, so you can find very light shadow of this object. But when I avoid the blockage and I allow the light to fall completely on the chota beam, then you can find shadow very dark. So like that you have to bring all shadows into your artwork, then it will give you the realistic view, realistic appearance of that object. So this kind of information you have to always try to bring in your art. So I hope you like the demo and you took a lot of inputs from the demo. So now we will go through the theory session, how lights and shadow you can bring that information into your daily artwork. So if you see in the screen, I will now take you through all small artwork that you do on daily basis. Suppose for example, if you like to draw the bungalow or architecture or any building or that kind of thing, then you have to observe in that perspective. So for example, in this picture, if you observe carefully, see how the walls of that buildings are created, and the designer has thought about the shadow also. So if you see this wall, then you can come to know, see how these two walls are moving, they are in two different directions. Then if you observe this area, see how one wall is coming out of that building and one vertical wall is there. And if you observe this area, See how this wall are moving. So this wall is completely flat, single wall from the here to here, and on that other different walls are coming. And because of that, just observe how the shadow is appearing on the walls. So if you observe this shadow is nothing but created by because of this edge, and after that this edge turn here. That's why you can also find this shadow started running here, and from here the shadow starts running vertical because from here this wall is going vertical. So like that how the shadow is running. The same thing here also. See here how this edge shadow is appearing on here. Even here also, this as this wall is running over here, you can find the shadow of this edge running like this. So like this small information you have to bring in your artwork. So whatever artwork now you will do from today, please try to think from the light and shadow perspective also, how shadow will run in that picture, so that your artwork will look little bit more realistic. Because you have to bring the lights and shadow into your artwork, then only it will give the rich feel. So every time light is present, and that we have to show in our artwork also. Now we will take a next example, that is a landscape drawing. Many of you, so might be if you like drawing of landscape, then you can see how the lights are bring in that landscape. It's very simply you can bring that information. If you observe this side of the tree, it's shown into very light green color because sunlight is appearing from this side, and this side the sun is not that much prominent. That's why you find little bit dark green color itself. And even if you observe below that tree, you will find the shadow of that tree is appearing. So like that, if you find as the sun is appearing from here, so you can find this shadow that designer shown somewhere here. It's not completely below because this time is little bit that sun is not at the top, it is at the little bit angle. So that's why you can find the shadow is little bit not exactly below but little bit away from that. So like that you have to bring that information into your artwork. We will take one more example. So in this example you will find the reflections, because in this landscape they have shown the river. So because our water is more reflective, she give more good reflection. So like that you can find how the reflection shown on this mountain on the water, then how this trees reflection shown here, then how this another trees reflection shown over here. Even this small stones also, how that reflection of that stone is shown here. So like that I want you to bring that small information. I don't want very big information, but the small information, small shadow or reflection you have to bring in your art. Let's take one more example. Let's see how this cartoon, it's very simple cartoon drawing, very simple, just a small elephant and it has some balloon. But if you observe that below how that shadow is showing, that's why it is gives some more important, more richness to that picture, right? So like that you have to bring, even if you are doing very small artwork, still try to bring the shadow into that. It will give you very good feel to that picture. One more very good example is this. Now just observe this picture very closely, how beautifully this painted by that painter. So if you observe this side of the girl is bright because sunlight is, or any particular whatever light it is appearing from here. Even if you find that this flower, the shadow is appearing at this side, so from that you can understand that light is coming from here. So that's why he used very light cream color over here on the chin, and so like that on the head also, even on the hairs also, how that light color of shade he used. And if you observe at this side, opposite side, how the dark color he used. Even if you see at the legs how the dark color is shown, but at the knees how the bright color is there. Even just observe the shoulder of that girl, that left shoulder at the top, how that bright light is there, right? So, and at the opposite side of that shoulder, how the dark shadow is there. Even here also, how that dark shadow, dark color is here, he used, and here he used light color. So like that, with the help of different shades of color, you can bring the light and shadow in this, in your daily small artwork. Even if you observe where's girl that seated, below that is shown little bit darkness, so that her shadow is appearing on the ground. So I want this kind of information into your artwork. I want you to do two pictures, any two pictures that you like, and in that pictures I want you to bring that lights and shadow information. So take the selfie of that two picture, and just below that just note down where you apply the light and where you apply the shadow, and how you did that. So after that I will reply you on that, how beautifully do that artwork. Exciting? I know that you will do this activity because you want to improve your skills, right? So, and in that journey, lights and shadow play very important role. And I know you will implement this skill set into your daily artwork, very small artwork. Also, you will plan to implement these techniques and small inputs, right? I'm waiting for your picture with that notes. I will personally reply you on that. So for today's session, that's it from my side. See you in the next video. Till the time, happy sketching and bye bye.